Hey, well, that took a minute, a little longer than it was supposed to. Sorry about that. That was, yeah. But we're here, and you're there, and, yeah. We're getting ready to do Nerd Cave show, yeah.
To do the Nerd Cave show.
Yeah, we're
something like that.
Yeah, something like it. Things are gonna happen, and yeah. But, you know, it wouldn't be the Nerd Cave show if it was, you know, all smooth and without a hitch. But it's not too bad.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I think we're doing pretty good, you know. So I'm gonna get ready to hand it over to Ray. Thank you all for tuning in. We've been looking forward to this all week, and let's get it going. Here he is.
Good evening, everybody. If you see me, I'm just scooting my butt right up because we literally have been doing things here at the last minute. Retro, how's it going, man? Everybody's showing up in chat.
Mandy's here.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
We are trying a, before we go any further, just letting you guys know, I went to the store and I found the Rebel Yell. We love the root beer so much that when I found this, it was like 12, 13 bucks. So I was like, you know what? I at least got to try it. It's okay. To me, it tastes like it could be a lot better if it was aged a little bit longer. So this is probably going to be one of my experiments. Like, what's your opinion on it?
It's a little young for me. I do agree with you. The flavor is not bad. It's smooth. It feels like it's...
This whiskey is a little young for me.
Yeah, it's a little immature. It needs a little maturity.
That'd make it perfect for me.
It's not going to get that on this show, but, you know, hey, we're going to do what we can to help it out.
Definitely not the worst, but yeah, it's got that underage bite.
Yeah, that underage bite.
Yeah. It's got a little taste to it that's not as pleasing as it should be, but it's still good. I mean, it's decent. But I really want to try.
It's got that barely legal bite. We're not going to say underage anymore.
Yeah. I want to see if you can. I want to find out I got friends of mine that will age out their whiskeys and their scotches. They'll buy it and then they'll age them a little bit more, and I want to try that. I really do. So
nice. Yeah, Retro says he wants to try that root beer whiskey.
Oh, that is so good. I bought another bottle of it. I had to. It was mandatory requirement to get some more.
Retro, you have something for us, huh? You've piqued the old curiosity of the beard. I'm looking forward to when we can have you on the show now.
Yeah. We'll give it. We're still giving a little bit of time before we introduce people to the couch.
The couch is lonely, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's mostly just a catch-all for a lot of my crap. Which you guys know, I have a lot of crap.
Have you seen his eyes? They're browner than mine.
Yeah. There is junk in my trunk. I'm just saying. I love saying that. I love that phrase. I don't know why. I just enjoy that phrase so much. Good evening, everybody. How you doing?
It's always a good evening.
We're glad you can be here to enjoy my ramblings and lack of any consensual common sense.
This is going to be one of those shows.
It really is.
I'm embracing it right now.
Yeah, there you go. We got a lot of good things going on tonight. Lots to talk about. I think we need to jump right into it. Because yes, I did play some Fallout 76, but I'm gonna go out into that a little bit later in the show. I can't tell you guys just yet because there's a bit to talk about on that one. I have some. I do want to talk about one thing, and if you guys ever check out my, I have the AudioCraZ gaming channel, and here lately I've been getting into, and I'm going to get into a lot more of it. I have found a nice little treasure trove of what they call demos, or Quake and Quake 2 demos. And if a lot of you guys don't know, back in the 90s, when we had Quake and Quake 2, a lot of us were still on dial-up modems. So what you guys see for like YouTube and having these huge video files, not existent. We had these little images. So if we wanted high quality, to see a replay of someone playing, because streaming online wasn't a thing then either. You either had to be watching the match, connected to the server and watching it, or you downloaded a demo file. And essentially what a demo file is Quake 2 and a lot of other games had the ability to record the game in a file, what they call a demo file. And what it did was it recorded the positional data of everybody, and then you can play that demo file back. And being as it's just positional data, there's no graphics, there's no no voice, no nothing. Basically what it does is when you play the video, this demo file back, which was maybe a couple hundred kilobytes. They're tiny files. But when you played them back, your game rendered the game. The game basically took that positional data and moved the characters and moved the weapons, and everything fired exactly as that demo file played. So you literally got to see the game as they played it in the game.
Nice.
Well, later down the road, people figured out that, hey, we can edit these, and guys learned to hack them, and ID Software and all the companies started going, yeah, this is cool, because it started to become popular, and people started making demo movies. Well, I've uploaded a few of them. I've got a couple of game demos that I played back in Quake 2 that I've got uploaded. I'm going to do some Quake ones. But I also there were two that were done by the Ill Clan. It's called Hardly Working and Apartment Hunting. Apartment Hunting was done in the original Quake that I found an updated source engine and played it back in that to do 1080, 60 frames per second, which made it look phenomenal with the high resolution texture pack, which means it looks far better than it did when we originally got to play it. But I also did the difference between this is they actually did like a television show with full script with voice actors in it. It's really, really cool. It was amazing. And the download file was relatively small because they compressed everything as much as they could, and they really used mostly just game assets.
Well, those files were pretty much, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but they were pretty much microscopic compared to what file sizes are today.
I'll put it to you this way. The download was maybe, I can't remember how big it was, maybe 4 or 5 megs for the Quake demo file and all the assets. When I rendered it out to a movie, it was 1 gig. That's the difference. You've got a couple of megs for the positional data and a couple of audio files, or a full-on video. That's why we did it before. And eventually people learned that they could modify the camera angle and do full-on shows. And I found a treasure trove of a bunch more, and I'm going to be working on them. I just got to get some spare time to do it. But I'm going to be uploading them to the game, so you guys can check them out, because a lot of these are really, really cool. It really shows how creative people were and how much you can do with these old game engines. And it was something that really sparked my interest a long time ago. I've really been considering trying to make my own Quake 2 movie, and I think it'd be really cool kind of making a movie in a game, a retro game. It's kind of my idea right now, and I think it'll be really, really cool. But
I'm on board with this project. Let me know. Because I think we could have some fun with it. We'll get some other people involved in it. This could be a lot of fun.
And basically, when doing in Quake, that is where the birthplace of machinima came from. And if you guys don't know machinima, that is making movies and video content using video games, using a computer to render it in real time. That's machinima. So it kind of has gone the wayside because everybody does, because of the way things are now and everything's so realistic. But at the time, and one of the best things I read about was one of the interviews with Paul Marino, who was part of the Ill Clan, did this stuff. They were fresh out of college. When they decided to do this stuff, they were fresh out of college, and they had these ideas, but to do videos, for real, it was like they had, fresh out of college, they had college debt, and they couldn't invest thousands upon thousands of dollars in video equipment and hardware to do the video editing and stuff like that. But they all played Quake. And they all could, they all had ways of editing graphics and then going through and doing code on freeware utilities. So they basically made it really showed it. I'm going to say this. My favorite is, it's a hard favorite. It's very difficult to choose between the two they made. They actually made a lot more after that, but these were one was from Quake, the other one was Quake 2. They eventually made some more. I'm trying to track them down, but they're really, really hard because it's been years since anybody's had them. And my favorite, just graphically, is Hardly Working, because it was the first time that I saw the Quake 2 engine not look like Quake 2. They did a phenomenal job with just redoing every texture. They customed everything, made their own maps, made their own textures, and Quake did not look like the Quake engine. Did not look like it. They're hardly working. You don't even realize that is Quake 2 that I was running it out of. Anybody wants to come over and check it out, I'll launch the executable, and you'll watch Quake 2 load, and there's the game. There's the entire show just playing in the game. It's really, really phenomenal. It's really, really awesome. I love those all days.
Yeah,
Amanda
Retro
Duke.
just
Hey!
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm battling on again. I'm really good at.
Retro looks like he enjoyed the apartment hunting video.
That was the first one they ever did, and as far as I'm concerned, apartment hunting was the better script and dialogue. They're great. They did great comedy. It was really, really good. But they spent because they put so much effort into the second one. They made some mistakes, and that happens.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
The other downside is the way they did stuff. They originally designed it, and you'll see a lot of the graphics don't line up right. Honestly, if you played it back in 640 by 480, it looks perfect because that's what all the textures and everything was written for. So when you play it at a higher resolution, things don't line up right because the Quake engine just puts things in a X, Y, a coordinate spot. Mm-hmm. Well, when you up the resolution, you get more space over here, but these coordinates are still the same. And it's not coordinates from center 0. 0 is up here.
Gotcha.
So as you stretch the resolution out, your textures get, it's an unfortunate, and I tried doing as much scaling as I possibly could to make everything line up, but that's as good as it got. I may try to play with it a little bit more. It took several, if you go to my website, AudioCraZ.com, you will see how much effort it took for me to get them to render out that good. I actually was trying different source ports and stuff like that just to find ones that rendered it the best. Some of them, the show itself portion was great, but the intro was washed out, and I even tried the original GL Quake, and it was just too dark. So
there must have been some celebration when you finally found the right one, huh?
Well, I was finally at the point where I can finally start recording. I'm halfway there now. Well, actually, no. I spent a week just hunting down apartment hunting. I spent a week hunting that file down. I finally found it, but I was just like, I want this. So actually, no, it was 2 weeks. A little bit on and off, and then I literally spent 3 days during my vacation constantly hunting and searching, and I finally tracked it down. Look, my Google foo was strong. All right.
So Amanda has joined us. She got her finals done. That's always good. Congratulations on that. Including a 27-page paper. Well, you know what? You buckled down. You did it. That's a good thing. We look forward to having you back.
26 more pages than I can accomplish.
Right. Me too.
The question is would they allow me to use crayon?
I would use a paintbrush. So
That's cheating.
Yeah.
And I like that idea. I really do. All right. So let's see here. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We got to talk about this one. This one's kind of cool. I'll be honest. I didn't. Did you ever play Tony Hawk?
I did a little bit. Not much. I wasn't a really big skating game fan, but but I played it here and there. I was more of a TNC surf design game from the old Nintendo back in the day. But Amanda just asked if that was the root beer rum.
No. This is just the regular stuff.
That's the regular whiskey.
We decided to give the regular Rebel Yell a try. It's not bad.
However, Amanda, root beer flavored rum, that just gives me an idea. I'm going to have to go do some mixing later tonight.
So we got 2 bits of news for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster they're working on. One, on Twitter, they did announce some of the soundtrack. Unfortunately, from what it sounds like, they were not able to get the licensing for all the original tracks.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, as much as people would like to, they still have, being as a remaster, they're redoing it again. They still have to get the licensing for it. But from what they can tell, the games that won't be included are Cryovision by Suicidal Tendencies, Committed by Insane, Bring the Noise by Anthrax and Public Enemy, and that one upsets me greatly because that's a great song.
That's a...
B-Boy Document 99 by The High and Mighty, Out With the Old by Alley Life, and they did post this image showing the songs that were coming, and I guess they're adding a few more, but because what they did was they did a playlist on Spotify. They basically posted a link to a Spotify playlist to listen to the songs. There were a couple of songs that were not on Spotify that are on the are going to be on the soundtrack or are going to be in the game, but they couldn't include in the playlist on Spotify, and that is Vilified by Evinrude and Screamer by Speed Dealer. They are in the game, but they don't make the playlist because those songs are just not on Spotify. Let's see here. The other thing. Oh, this is really cool. Let's see here.
Amanda just said, I played some sort of skating game as a kid, or is it most likely Tony Hawk? Loved all the elaborate ways to eat it on the pavement. Yeah, that's what I did.
That's the way I played.
Of course, when I was a kid, I used to actually eat it on the pavement off my skateboard. But
it was realistic.
It was fun.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see, what was mine? What was that skating game on Nintendo?
Which one? There was a couple of them.
Oh,
there was TNC Surf Design.
TNC Surf Design. That was it. That was the one I played.
I played that one too. That was had fun with that one.
Okay,
that's old school, man. We're dating ourselves.
But the game is going to be remastered. You got to remember, the original game was done in like standard resolution, not even 720. It was lower than that.
Yeah.
This game is being redone in 4K. It is going. If you, I have a link to the video if you guys want to check it out in the notes below, or in the notes. You can click on the link. It is a YouTube video. Check it out. But they are modeling every of the playable characters. That includes all the skaters from the original game. The difference is they're all being rendered as they are today. So you're going to be able to place Tony Hawk as his 52-year-old self.
Skate or Die Retro.
Oh, there you go, Skate or Die. I remember that one too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you just to put in perspective of all the original skaters that were in the games as of today, Tony Hawk 52, Bucky Lasik 47, Steve Cavarello 55, Jeff Growley 43, Andrew Reynolds 41, Alyssa Steamer 44, Chad Muska 42, Eric Costin, 45, Rodney Mullion, 53, Rune Giftberg, 45, Kareem Campbell, 46, Jamie Thomas, 45, and Bob Burquist, 43. And I probably messed up a few of those names. I apologize. As you guys all know, I suck at names. But
actually,
yeah,
you did pretty good that time. There's a couple of them.
I was trying.
Good. Yeah.
I was
Steve Caballero.
Caballero?
Caballero. Yeah. Yeah. Rune Gliffberg. Man, I had to mess those up too. Shoot, I've had Happy Juice.
Yeah, really. So it's going to be really cool. They're going to have most of the music back. They are going to be adding a few other, and the fact that all the original skaters are going to be rendered, and they literally have. They've gone through and done masters of them. They're all going to be of their current selves. So it's going to be freaking awesome having 40 and 50-year-olds skating around in parks. It's going to be awesome.
We just had a young buck make a comment.
What's that?
Miss Duke. Dang, nearly geriatric Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk and the old boys.
Oh,
all right, youngster.
How rude.
I'm going to remember that next time you're on set.
You know what? Tony Hawk is freaking... Tony Hawk needs the money so he can continue to drive around and tell kids to do kickflips.
Mm-hmm.
He needs that funding. We need to make sure he can continue to do that for years to come. Because I've seen those videos and they're freaking awesome.
Eric says Kareem Campbell was the hood hero for me. I could see that. Yeah. All right.
There you go. Yeah. Rock on. So yeah, that's... I may have to get it. One thing I didn't notice. What is it? Was this going to be... I know it's Xbox, PS4... Oh yeah, Xbox,
Windows,
PS4,
PC.
and PC. September 4th is when they're dropping. So we're looking forward to it. I don't see myself playing it on the PC. I don't really see myself playing on. I may get it for the PS4.
Mr. PC Master Race has found a game
No. There's a lot. As I've stated before, there are some games that you just play with a controller. I can't play a skating. I don't like playing driving games on my computer. and I don't like playing side scrollers on my computer. I bought what game was that? What is it? A couple of side scrollers, and some of the more what's that Bro game? Not Broforce. Is it Broforce? Yeah, Broforce. I bought it on the PC, hated it. Bought it on the my PS4, enjoy it. There's some games you play with a controller.
Okay.
That's just where I'm at on that. I'm not saying it's bad. There's a lot of games. I'm a first-person shooter, and there's no way in heck I am ever going to play those. I've tried playing on them. It's just too slow for me. I cannot play first-person shooters on a console. I have to play them on PC. I need to flick. I need to quick shoots. I need my speed.
I hear you. That's why I enjoy. I mean, I would love to play what's the game you sent me? The horror game, Killing Floor. Floor. I'd love to play that one on a console, or get a really good, I
think that'd be kind of fun. To me, that one's still one of my favorite games on PC.
But see, I play in first person,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it that way. We're joined by Kimberly. She says, "Cool, check you guys out." Oh yeah, that's one of our friends from the cottage. Haven't seen her in a minute.
Oh, rock on. How you been?
Yeah. How are you, Kimberly? Thanks for tuning in.
All right, so moving on. This one I'm really excited. This one's got me, got me more excited than my daughter. But Mandalorian Season 2, more little nidbits that have come out, tidbits and juicy nuggets that have been coming out. Oh, I'm so excited for this stuff. This one that came out. Those you guys don't know, we found out that Bo-Katan is going to be in Mandalorian Season 2. We don't know how much, but we do know who's going to be playing Bo-Katan.
And this is the big...
This one's freaking... This is awesome on so many levels. All right. So if you guys don't know... Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Bo-Katan is going to be played by... Oh, geez, where is it? Katee Sackhoff. Katee Sackhoff, if you guys don't know, she was the actress that played Starbuck in the Battlestar Galactica reboot. Amazing actress.
Oh, yeah, she's a great actress.
And those you guys just say that you're not sure she would be able to pull off. No. She ticks every boxes and then adds boxes herself and then ticks those because she has all the chops.
Amanda says, I love Bo-Katan.
Oh, yeah, Bo-Katan. Here's the thing. One thing, the main reason she is the perfect fit for Bo-Katan, she's the one that voiced Bo-Katan in both the Clone Wars and in Rebels. She's already been Bo-Katan.
She is Bo-Katan.
She is the voice of Bo-Katan.
And now she's Bo-Katan incarnate.
Oh, yeah. And she's got the look of a badass warrior. She really does. She pulls it off very well.
She does.
She can graze that line between human and you're dying now. Yep. She slides between those. I mean, check out the other chops she's got. She actually voiced Sarah Hall in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. She's been in video. She's voiced in video games. She's done movies. She has done quite a few voice acting as in Robot Chicken. She was the voice of Bitch Puddin'.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was that?
Bitch Puddin'.
I'm unfamiliar with the show, so this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Robot Chicken? You haven't watched Robot Chicken?
I'm lame, remember?
Oh, you gotta go watch some on YouTube. Robot Chicken is what do you call that? Stop animation or not stop animation? Geez, someone help me here. What do you call that? It's basically they basically move
stop motion.
Stop motion.
Okay.
Animation.
Yep.
Or stop motion, whatever you call it. But yeah, no, she's been voices in that. She's been, she was, Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars. Let's see here. What else did you got? Star Wars Rebels.
Amanda says, I want to see her night owls kick butt.
She was Pink, Kimberly in the Power Rangers. I'm not going to hold her back for that.
Was that in the remake?
Yeah, it was a short in 2015. Let's see here. Oh, she was Doll in the movie Riddick.
All right.
She ticks all the boxes.
She's got.
And go and see her. If you guys haven't seen Battlestar Galactica, go watch her. And as soon as she As soon as you see that look, and you'll know exactly what I'm
Well,
talking.
she's
That
got
look,
the
you're
look
like,
right
nope, she's
there.
it.
That's it. You got it in the graphic. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No.
Oh no, she's going to play a really good role.
She's going to play an amazing role, and I am really excited to see her as a redhead. Ah, crap! I said that out loud, didn't I?
I happen to be with you on that one.
But now, those of you guys don't know, and I got to look this up. What is her sister's name? Amanda knows exactly what her.
Amanda, give us a name. Wait, who? The character or the actress?
No. Bo-Katan is a character in Star Wars lore. Bo-Katan, if you guys don't know, Bo-Katan was one of the Mandalorians. She is a lieutenant. She was a lieutenant in Death Watch, and then she then eventually became the leader of the Night Owls when she broke off from the Death Watch. But she was also her sister Satine.
Okay.
Who her sister was Duchess of Mandalore. Now, that makes her royalty. So, by default,
Sabine.
this makes Katee Sackhoff a Disney princess. Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm right. I got to be right.
Now, Amanda said it was Sabine.
Was it Sabine?
I don't know.
No, it's Satine.
Satine Kryze was her sister, who was the Duchess of Mandalore. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. All right. Sorry. Sabine, there was another character she was asking about.
Oh, okay.
My mistake. She wants to know if a character named Sabine will be there. I don't think we've heard.
Well, you got to remember, during the Mandalore, this is after the Purge, and after just right after the fall of the Empire, and basically we're fighting a bunch of the factions of the remnants of the Empire, and from what we can tell, from what a lot of the theories is that well, I'm not going to get too much into that. It's just talking about how the one guy that showed up, and I'm drawing a complete blank on his name, with the Darksaber, he's actually one of the main groups that is actually going around and killing all the small cells.
Grand Moff. He was a Grand Moff, but I can't remember what his name was.
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, yeah. The Sabine Wren is another Mandalorian, Amanda says.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, we may see her then. Who knows? From Rebels is what she's saying. We're joined by Patrick Malik. He says, hey, guys, after a month or so, I finally caught you live again.
Sweet. Congrats, man. Glad to have you.
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. But, hey, sometimes we get busy. I get it.
But I am so excited because now the question, because here's the thing. And there's so much going on, but now we have, because we know that, I'm going into fan theories now so bad, because here's the thing. In Mandalorian Season 2, we know there's going to be some Darksaber battles, because we've already heard that the guy that plays Moff I hate names.
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon. All right. He's already broken several Darksabers during shooting. We know that now we've found out that, Bo-Katan's going to be in it. And then we've also know that, why am I forgetting her name now?
I like what this says about the Filoni legacy. Dave Filoni.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, you're going somewhere else. I'm going to wait on that. You go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah.
Even Sackhoff. Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting sidetracked, and I do apologize. I'm so excited for this. I'm trying to figure out the name. A problem is I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh yeah, and all this stuff, and now all of a sudden my brain decided to go, names, bye-bye, and I'm forgetting names right now.
So Amanda says that she heard rumors that Sabina and Ahsoka will show up in Season 2.
I have not heard anything about Sabina, but I have heard, but there was confirmation that Ahsoka, and we already know who's going to play Ahsoka. So we already know Ahsoka's going to be there, and Ahsoka and...
it looks like Rex is going to be there also.
Well, Rex is alive.
Oh, no. We saw that with Ahsoka and Rex in Star Wars Rebel. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
But he is alive. He goes off on his own. But no, we do know that Bo-Katan and Ahsoka are friends, and or they were at the end of the final last season, which, if you guys have not seen the Clone Wars Season 7, absolutely phenomenal. They pulled out all the stops for that. They did, what do you call it? They got the original actor who played Darth Maul to do motion capture for the sword fights.
Nice.
That's why they look so amazing. I mean, no joke. The best season and just absolutely phenomenal, well put together. If you guys have not seen the Clone Wars Season 7, go get Disney or come to let me know. We'll come over to my house and we'll do a binge night. I don't care. You need to watch it. It's absolutely phenomenal. My daughter and I have been completely upset that we haven't been able to get our Star Wars fix because, Clone Wars Season 7 is done, and now we have this numb period between, Clone Wars and Mandalorian Season 7, or Mandalorian Season 2, and I am jumbling things together. I need another drink.
Yes, happy. The season made me cry. Those fights were incredible. That's what Amanda said.
They were. And like I said, those were all motion captured. Those were not just straight animated. Those were motion captured.
Nice.
And then they used they took the motion capture and then generated the animation on top of that. That's why they look so fluid, so amazing. Those are actual real sword fights. What I'm saying is they had the original actor put on the motion cap suit and do the sword fighting. Then he did they did just you guys haven't seen it, you got to go watch it. And I'm fanboying on it right now.
I love that they finished recording on Season 2 for The Mandalorian back in March. So that while while most of it's all on lockdown and no one's doing any production at the moment, they're all in post.
It's all post-production.
And
so
they're
doing
all working remotely, and they're making everything happen so that their episodes come back on time in October. And I am so very much looking forward to that. I'm going to binge Season 1 just because, why not? What else am I going to do?
And we already know one other thing about The Mandalorian, and that is Season 3 has already been... Like Disney's like, no, start working on it now.
Absolutely. They're not going to.
They're working on Season 3.
Yeah, they're not going to back out on that now. Shoot, are you kidding? There's a lot of momentum this show has already built up.
So we need to talk about this. And for those of you guys who don't know, I would like to present to you my nomination for Father of the Year, and that is the gift I bought my daughter. This is Mandalorian the Child. This is one made by Hasbro. And I had to pre-order this. They put this on pre-order in December. On December 14th of last year, I pre-ordered this. Now, unfortunately, everybody, I do apologize. I cannot take this out of the package because if I do, I will lose serious daddy points with my daughter.
This is no joke.
And if anybody knows my daughter, everybody is at critical levels.
Oh yeah, it's not a lot.
You start from negative points and you work your way up. Mm-hmm. It's just the way her system works.
Yep.
We love her for her for the way she is. But I will do this because for those of you guys who are interested, I do have a microphone sitting right here. We are going to listen to the sultry sounds of the Baby Yoda.
I am even going to
the child.
I'm gonna. Well, that's as close as I can get with this camera. But I'm putting you back on the main show screen, and
yep.
Yeah. Let's
so
listen.
Here we go. I'm gonna go quiet, but here we go.
I'm a little upset that they didn't have a slurping soundbite on there for when he eats the frog.
There's 11 in here. It's just you just gotta touch the little belly here.
You gotta touch the belly.
Yeah, you gotta touch the belly, and it works. Interestingly, works the same way I do. But
you touch the belly. And
you touch the belly.
Gotcha.
But there's. It comes with the little frog that the one-eyed frog that he gets to eat a little bowl for sipping his what was that? Bone broth. It was bone broth.
Bone broth.
Oh yeah. So now, right now these are going. They have gone up.
You were smart.
I pre-ordered this for $25. They're currently, when I checked this morning, they were at $60.
Mm-hmm.
I am amazed. They're actually pretty detailed. Now, you don't get that fuzzy, it's not the fuzzy type, it is plastic, but it is really well done. Like, you can actually see the eyes. They've done the small details in the eyes, so you got the dark irises. And no, it's well done. It's pretty well done. And they're nice and soft. Oh, it's soft. But yeah, I do apologize. I can't open it because, I will be hurt if I open my daughter's. Because like I said, I did buy this for my daughter for her birthday, but I told her, I says, I am ordering for your birthday. It is going to be really late. It came yesterday, so I had to show this off to everybody.
Nice.
Let's listen to them again. What has everybody said so far?
You got a whole of
holy moly
G's. Retro says it's awesome.
Okay, let's do a little bit more.
All right, yeah. Let me put you back on the big show screen. There you go. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, he's crying.
All right,
just adorable.
The dangerous toy. I'm just going to tell you right now. So yeah, my daughter. I'll put it to you this way: my daughter just saw the pictures. She is not. She's not going to be able to see this yet because I get them on the weekends. But the only word that she's ever used to describe this was, and I don't know how to spell it. I think it's just Y and like 20 E's.
Like 30 E's.
Yeah,
back there.
it's just,
yeah.
And okay, I forgot.
I live 3 miles away, and I heard the squeal.
Yeah,
so.
ye isn't just a word; it's an action. It's
absolutely.
Shaking hands. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
you got to have the camera going when you make the reveal.
Well, I've already sent videos to her mom, so she can. So she knows it exists. She knows it's here. It is ready for her. What do you call it? Consumption. What she does with it, I don't know, but yeah, her pre-order Mandalorian the Child has arrived, and yes, I rest my case on my nomination for Daddy of the Year. I know, it's so cute. Kimberly, it's a long time. I miss you. I haven't seen her in a long time. But yeah, like I said, when I looked this morning, it was $62. They are, what is it, like 7 inches? I don't know. There's a bunch of information here. You can read it online. It's cute, it's adorbs, and it's Baby Yoda. That's really about all you need. I mean, Baby Yoda is all you really need for information. Yeah. But where are we at on time?
Oh, we got time.
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great on time. I guess I'm babbling quite fast.
You got plenty of time to rant.
Well, not quite rant. I'm going to rant a little bit, but then I have to, lay myself out for, reprimand, and I'll get into why that is. But I need to drink a little bit more before I get yelled at. So, Fallout 76. I got my Pip-Boy here. He's got his little trying to. Fine, yeah. Fallout 76. So, as you guys know, over the week, I've been pretty harsh about it, and I rightly so. For whatever reason, they just don't focus on stability on the game. They don't. Their focus on let's make money has eaten away at the quality of the game.
So basically, what you're saying is, in regards to quality,
ain't nobody got time for that.
That's about right. Now you'll that'll make sense to you later, Ray.
Yeah.
When in the playback, but yeah, it was a soundbite I had to throw in there.
Well, here's the thing: as I decided, over the weekend on Steam, they decided to do a Fallout 76 weekend. If you download, you basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got it was either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you got 4 days to try it for free. And during that time, they put it on sale more than what it was. So it was literally half off from what it originally released. It was $30.
And it was still not worth it, as I understand it.
And so Thursday night, Alexia, she showed up. Yeah, Baby Yoda. I played it, and me and Crazy Iris hopped in. We've been doing our Thursday night gaming. So if you guys want to come and hang out with us Thursday nights on Twitch, that's where we've been doing the gaming streaming nights. Sometimes we play Borderlands 3, but the last couple of we decided to do Fallout 76 this week or last week, and free Steam. I mean, might as well download it and try it out. Well, it crashed on me in a 2-hour period. Like, mind you, I tried for 2 hours. I've uploaded the video to my gaming channel. If you guys want to check it out, I struggled with it. Fallout 76, within a 2-hour period, crashed on me 8 times. No explanation why. I couldn't figure it out. I went through, I did Google searches, everything else to try to figure out. And they're like, oh, we'll try this. Oh, we'll try this. Bethesda's page was the worst. Bethesda, which, I'm sorry, this is a bit narcissistic for them. Their only possibilities is, oh, did you update your drivers? Do you double check? Bethesda's explanation is, obviously, your computer's the problem, is essentially what you get out of it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm sorry, that's a bit narcissistic for me. Because, no, you guys have historically made games that were not very stable. So you need to stop blaming your customers. The problem is you
Take
guys don't...
Take responsibility, Bethesda.
Yeah, you guys have not put the quality... What was it? Manaduke says, hold up, 8? That's not worth it. Yeah. So 8 times on Thursday night. Now, that was right after a fresh install. I installed the game, started to play it. Somebody, shortly after that, somebody says, oh, you may need to reboot your computer. I'm like, reboot my computer? It's a freaking video game. Why would I need to reboot it? Well, regardless, it got rebooted because I went to bed that night. Now, during that time, overall, the changes they made where they give you quest lines, me and her were going through quest lines and stuff. We had some fun. It was a considerable amount of fun when it played, but it did crash. And I finally, at the end of the night, I was just like, I'm done. I'm tired. I literally, it crashed for the 8th time, and I was like, that's it. I really, really tried to give it a try. I really did. I wanted to enjoy this game. I was looking forward to it. I really wanted it to. And I went to bed upset. So fast forward to Sunday. Sunday, I got a little bit more time to play. I had like a 3-4 hour window to play. So me and Crazy Iris hopped in again and continued on playing. Actually, no, I hopped in again and played for about 30 to 45 minutes. Just finishing up a couple of quests and kind of just moving around in the same area. I didn't want to get too far. I didn't want to get in trouble because we were supposed to quest together. And it ran fine. I was like, well, that's strange. Why is it? Don't know. So we decided to go ahead and play again on Sunday night. For 3 hours, I think it was, 3 or 4 hours, the game did not crash. That's good. But I ran into other problems. Yeah. There's a lot of weirdness the way the game works. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't make any logical sense of why they did this. But if you're not in a team, your voice chat is global. But if you are in a team, your voice chat is with just your team and nobody else. And there's no way to, like, if you're on a team and somebody walks up and starts talking to you, you can't communicate back with them. All you can do is emotes. That's freaking dumb. Not only that, But there's no chat in the game. There's no way to type chat. How in the hell are you supposed to talk to people not inside your group? Or they didn't think of this through. And on top of that, the voice chat is broken. Or I couldn't get it to work. They have it by default set to the caps lock key, which makes no sense. And even when you do, like, half the time when I'd hit it, it wouldn't work. Like, if you pressed it, it would blink on, and then I pressed it a second time, and it wouldn't work at all. Now, I finally went through and mapped it to a different button, but even then, it was like only a quarter of the time would the voice chat work, and I can't tell if the guy actually heard me or not, or maybe he heard me a couple of times, but it literally took me like 30 minutes. And this guy was so awesome. Some of the players in the game are absolutely amazing. We had a guy who was high level. Obviously, he's been playing for a while. He had a bunch of unique items or rare items.
Amanda just asked,
What's that?
Can you do Discord on it?
No, me and her were doing Discord, but this is somebody in the game we never met before.
Okay.
And he was trying to communicate with us. Well, they don't offer in-game chat.
Right.
Only in-game voice, and it doesn't work half the time. It doesn't make any sense.
So, but you can text, but it's locked in caps?
No. There is no text.
There is not. Okay.
It's just voice, and the voice doesn't work. Like, me and her were sitting in Discord the entire time, having no problem. This guy walks up, starts talking, and we literally, both me and her, had to disband from our group just to talk to this guy, which doesn't make any sense. Like, what's the point of unless there's another button? But I couldn't find any in the controller mappings or anywhere that made any sense. Just
that doesn't make any
you
sense
have voice
at all.
chat, and if you're in a team, you can only voice chat with your friends. If there's anybody outside your team, you can't communicate with them at all. Well, maybe you can do emotes or maybe hand signals. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense. It was convoluted and just badly implemented.
Bethesda, you need to do some work. I'm just saying, you gotta fix some stuff. People don't like that.
And I get it, they're trying to work on content, but it's like so many things are broken. And you figure after a year they would really start hammering and really start getting this stuff working. And they haven't yet. Like, you need to have people just sitting there focusing on making things work solid and smoothly. The core of your game should be polished by now. Yes, I expect to be a few bugs as soon as you release new content. That's to be expected, but not to this magnitude. But that said, we did have several hours. Once that guy walked away, we wound up just sticking back in Discord. We ignored using the in-game chat or voice chat because it just doesn't work right. It's broken. And we went through and just we kept using Discord. That worked fine for us, especially for using my online streams. Like I said, if you guys want to, you can hop in Discord with us. You can chat with us, especially when we're gaming. We may do Borderlands 3. Beyond that, the rest of the quest worked great. It's a really good storyline so far that's panning out. We're up to level 10 now. We progressed pretty far. And level 20 is where you get to the Wastelander stuff. You do get get some atoms in some of the quests. It's kind of cool. I haven't spent any of them yet. I'm still doing the other. There is one thing that I'm upset about, and I understand why they did it. I don't agree with them why they did it, but in the original Fallout series, someone had a jacket on. That was items you can loot off of their character, off the player you kill. I had someone. They attacked me. They had a cool leather jacket. When I killed them, I was like, cool. I go and loot their body. No leather jacket to be looted. I'm like, I bet you that's something they want you to pay for. How lame. And I just, that whole nickel and dime people to death that they're doing with Fallout 76 is just sad.
Amanda says it seems like the result of a lazy and broken system that doesn't care for its players. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
You can tell that they're working towards satisfying the players now, but their original focus when the game was released was them making money.
Yeah, satisfying the
How do we make more money with this game? How do we... No, don't do that. That's a waste of time. We just want loot boxes and, make it small, make it simple, ship it, little bit of effort, more max payoff. And then they've realized that, all that little bit of effort means a little bit of money. And now they're finally adding in all the content. And so far, I'm enjoying the content. The storyline and everything they're working on is great. It's just the game itself, the core itself, they need some TLC on it. Still to this day, it's still badly broken. And I'm trying to be nice to them and say, I understand this is, being this is all online, they're learning. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have brought in people to figure this stuff out, not figure it out as people are trying to pay for it, or trying to get people to pay for it.
Yeah. Amanda says, I don't think I've ever heard you this disappointed. You probably haven't, but this is a sore spot for Ray. Ever since it came out, and it's been a sensitive subject.
little pit boy guy, I'm so sorry you have to hear this. I really apologize.
It's not his fault, Ray.
It's not his fault. He's done really good over the years. Since DOS, this guy right here, this Fallout guy, he's done Fallout Boy has done an amazing job. And it's so sad to see the current state of the Fallout. And they're trying, I understand. But I do have, I have to sit here and ask for you guys' forgiveness.
What did you do?
I bought the game. I checked down the $30. I had to. I got to play for 3 hours straight with no crashes. The game was still half off from what it was originally. It was $30 for the game. I was like, I'm paying half for a half of a game. Okay. Crazy Art is just sitting there laughing. I told her I did too. I was like, I bought it. I'm a bad boy. They got me. Oh, they got me again. I can't. I held off for this long. I really did. I didn't want to.
I'm going to be organizing an intervention. Anyone that's interested in helping me help Ray, message me.
It's Fallout, and it was on sale. I had to have it. I'm bad, I know. I'm bad. This is what happens when you're single and nobody else can mess with your bank account, because I just buy all the dumb stuff I can ever want. Nobody's there to take my card away from me because it's mine.
That's it. I want a key to your house. I will come and take your card away from you.
No.
Just don't give me your PIN number, because...
Bite me.
Amanda said, no!
I played myself.
Yourself.
Well, me and Crazy Iris are going to play him down. Amanda Duke goes, I'm down, Gary. This is serious. I only have like a couple of 100 games in my Steam account. I need more, obviously.
Yeah, but you need more good.
I have good
games.
I have good games.
I'm not saying you don't have good games. I'm saying you need to stop buying bad ones.
I can show you bad ones.
No, you did. You have. We've been talking about it for like 20 minutes.
No, I've got games that are far worse than Fallout 76.
I'm sure you do. I don't want to see them.
Steve
Amanda says, you know that little voice that tells you to stop while you're ahead? You don't have one.
I do. It's in the far back, and the more I drink, the more muffled he gets.
Listen to it. That's the thing. The happy juice drowns him out.
The problem is I don't listen to much of anybody. Can't tell me what to do. Click, click, click. Bye now. But come on. It's a Fallout game.
So?
I just sat here and complained about a game, and then I was told I bought it, and...
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's Fallout.
You see what I have to put up with.
Yep. I have no control. I'm sorry. You should see me at the grocery store.
Oh, I can imagine.
People look at me as like, are you having a party? No, I'm buying food for the weekend. I got to feed my kids. They're looking at me like, what are you doing with candy bars and salad and eggs, you know?
Hey, you got a salad in there. That's a good dad.
I did last week. We had chicken. I grilled chicken.
You grilled?
I do my own cooking.
Nice. I know you got some cool gear in the kitchen there. You could grill up some good food. Some tasty vittles.
Yeah, dude, just because it looks it doesn't mean it is. So yes, I did wind up, because I figured if I'm going to get it, I might as well get it on sale. And $30 for Fallout 76, that's about right. I mean, it's not like I'm going to spend any money in the... I have not to this date purchased any atoms, nor I have any interest in it, because all it is cosmetic stuff. I'm really more into the quest line. I'm not really into bases, but they're kind of forcing that. I really don't like the way the bases are set up. I'm kind of curious, like if I've set up a base where somebody else set up and we happen to just show up, I don't know how all that works, so...
Amanda says we need to have an actual barbecue.
We do. We need to have, but I need to get a real barbecue.
I have a real barbecue.
Ooh, that's right.
I
don't have a barbecue. I have a cast iron plate that I can grill off of, and that's how I do my chicken.
So you have a George Foreman grill?
No. It's a cast iron that I cook on. I use on the stove.
No. See, I have. It's called the Cowboy Grill or something like that. I bought it from Home Depot. Yes, you need to come over. Mandy and I have been using the lockdown to work on our backyard. Once it's all done, the Nerd Cave family is invited over. I'm having the biggest thanks hollow given Christmas, whatever you want to call it. Once we're through this thing, I'm having a party. Everybody's invited. You'll be messaged.
All right. Well, where are we at on time?
We're about 3 minutes away.
We got a few more minutes. I figure I'll talk about something else. There's one of the things I want to discuss, and that is Doom Eternal. I uninstalled it.
Really?
Yes.
This is surprising.
I did find the game enjoyable, but there was something that happened this week, and I just couldn't do it. And if Bethesda does it any further with other titles, I'm uninstalling those too. And that is they've started to roll out this anti-cheat. Now, I have no problem installing anti-cheat software. But the software that they're installing, when it installs, it is kernel level. Ring 0. Now, if you guys don't know, within a computer, there's rings, what they call rings of trust or ring levels. And essentially, every level is how much access the software has. Most software you have is sitting around ring 3, 4, or 5. This software, now the kernel, the main core of the operating system, what they call the kernel, is ring 0. That's
your computer, basically.
That basically anything that happens at ring 0 never asks for your permission. Whatever it requests to do, it does it because it just has that level of privilege. You never get prompted. Ring 0 is, I am the system, I am doing this.
Oh, wow.
Their anti-cheat software installs as ring 0.
So in other words, please correct me if I'm wrong here, Ray, but basically what you're doing when you're installing the software is giving them control or the ability to do whatever they want?
Okay, they have the ability. They're not saying they are. Essentially what it does is the software sits and their reasoning behind it, and I know, well, they haven't said it, but the reasoning behind it in general is if someone does anti-cheat software, their software is at a higher privilege than what theirs can be. Therefore, it can detect it and detect if you're cheating or not. The problem is if their software is ever exploited, or somehow, because it is software that has to communicate back to Bethesda's servers. It has to communicate back for updates, has to communicate back for any changes, for exploits and stuff like that. So it does do communication. What all it does, we don't know because there's only so much we can figure out because they're not talking. But literally, if someone learns how to exploit their software without prompting you, without knowing, and at a higher level than your antivirus, will have full control over your system.
Yeah, that's what Amanda just said. She said her boyfriend says that doesn't sound good. It's too invasive. He says that they could scan your RAM and key lock you.
Exactly. Not only that, but not just key lock you. They literally have, at Ring 0, they have privileges to modify your passwords. Ring level is kernel level. It is the highest tier level on your system. Therefore, any changes that can be made can be done at Ring 0.
Crazy Iris says, and I was going to get it. Hopefully now you won't, because I wouldn't be giving you.
And I thought the game was fun, but yeah, that rolled out this week, and it has a lot of people upset. And I think it's, as far as I'm concerned, that's excessive for anti-cheats. It's just a video game. You don't need that level of control over someone's system just to combat cheaters in a freaking game.
Now let me take a second and talk to you guys. This is one of the things I appreciate the most about people like Ray that are that kind of tech-minded. I know I'm a part of the show, but
technical minded.
I'm a Luddite compared to Ray. And I defer a lot of things. I can't tell you how many times I have completely destroyed my system. I'm on the phone, Ray, I need you to fix it. And he's laughing at me because I deserve it. He's fixing my system, but he's laughing at me. He's like, one time there was, what was the worst time, Ray? Do you remember? There was 115 different viruses on my system. You remember that?
I don't remember. I've worked on so many people's computers.
My hard drive was fried. In any other situation, I would have had to literally buy a brand new computer because I was just screwed with a capital S.
I clicky, fix it.
He worked his magic, did his mojo. I still have a computer, so, you know, I mean, but my point of this whole little tirade here, this little segue, whatever, is do a little research, try to learn what you can, know something about what you're installing. Don't just install something. Don't just get a video game and, you know,
a little bit of knowledge can go a long way.
Yeah, it can save you in the long run. Save you not only money, your physical system, but embarrassment, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking as someone that has been at that level of embarrassment before. So, yeah, even Amanda just said, I'm glad Ray's helped me install certain games to play. You know,
Retro Obsessed says
Ray to the rescue. Exactly.
Well, he goes, Retro Obsessed goes, wow, that's insane. So would it be better to get it on the console then, or can they do something on the console? This is only for PC. So if you're playing Doom Eternal on console, the console itself is set up for anti-cheat.
They don't need.
And they have to work with either Sony or Microsoft. So it's taken care of. On the PC though, that's where this new software comes in. And like I said, when I heard about that, I uninstalled Doom Eternal. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have Denovian. I'm trying to remember what it's called, and I need to look to make sure it didn't get installed. But no, I'm sorry. I understand that you guys want to try to make the game as
safe as possible.
And there's plenty of people out there over the years that have made some really good anti-cheat. But I'm sorry. Ring 0 is not it. That level of control over my system, you don't get, and is not deserving of a video game. I'm sorry.
Denied.
I'm not saying that they could, and I honestly don't believe that Bethesda's going to do anything. My concern, and this happens way too often, somebody else figures out how to exploit this software, which I almost bet you is going to happen. And being as that software has ring 0 and it's communicating back to a server, they're going to have a lot of people they're going to be messing with. And if that happens, I'm not saying it is, but if that happens, I'm not going to be one of those people it's going to happen to.
Now, if you would, just a small example, what could someone do with that level of access to your system? What could they get?
Anything. It's ring 0. They're kernel level. They literally have the highest tier level of access to files, to the networking protocols, everything. That is the kernel. That is where. Now, I'm not talking, when we talk kernel level, I'm not talking the interface. I am talking about the parts of the operating system you don't see. When you click on a button, that's sending a command to the operating system, hey, you need to do this, you need to launch this program in this folder and stuff like that. That thing that's working in the background that you can't see, that is not a part of the graphical interface. That graphical interface is just a module on, it is literally, your interface, the buttons you click on aren't even ring 0. They're like the higher tier for ring 4 or 5. You know when you have to right click and run as administrator? When you run as administrator, isn't even ring 0.
So they can get absolutely anything they want, basically. I mean, they can get all your information in theory.
In theory.
Somebody could.
If their software can be exploited, yes. Because they have the highest level. And I'm sorry, that, as far as I'm concerned, that compromises my system, and I'm very cautious of that. I have to maintain through about 300 plus computers, on-air systems, stuff like that. I love my job, and I am very paranoid about getting hacked. This is one of those deals where I don't believe that ID Software would do something. I don't believe this is something Bethesda would do something. But I believe this is somebody would exploit this.
This is a hacker out there that could get access to this kind of information.
And here's a little example. Anybody remember back in the 90s when Sony decided to put this anti-copying software on audio CDs? A lot of people don't remember. They tried to bury it, but it happened. If you popped an audio CD,
I remember that.
Okay, you popped an audio CD into your computer, the first thing before it would play, auto launcher would kick in. Hey, this is Sony's little software. Would you like to install it? If you clicked yes, it put monitoring software on your computer. If you clicked no, it didn't put the front end, but still installed the anti-piracy software without your approval.
Wow.
Now, it set itself up in a hidden directory that even the operating system couldn't see. You know what happened? Hackers looked at that and said, that's a great idea, and exploited the living crap out of it. And we had a huge wave of hacks and people getting their system messed up. For a couple of years, we had just major blowback. And it took tools to unhide the folders, to find the folders, because it would literally hide the program in a folder that Windows itself couldn't see, through registry edits and a few other trickery.
Retro says all about that Napster life.
Yep. And so Sony got sued for it. I honestly, and this is what I envision when I see this. Now, if this software was like Ring 2, I wouldn't be as bad. But Ring 0, I'm sorry. This is foolish on their part. This is egotistical and narcissistic thinking of, this is our game and we need to protect it. I'm sorry. It's excessive. And they've gotten a bunch of flack for it. I don't even know if it's hurt their sales or not. But then again, they've sold most of their titles. But I've known a lot of people that have gone through and said they've uninstalled it. But it doesn't matter. They've already got their money for it. I hope they decide to change their mind. But as far as I'm concerned, Ring 0 is excessive in my book.
Now, how can somebody know if something is Ring Zero or whatever a safer
Unfortunately,
ring is.
you have to. The only way I knew is because I caught it in the news. I caught it in the news, and I caught it on a few tech websites. I'm one of those people that I'm constantly reading, watching YouTube, stuff like that. And it was one of those things I picked up at, and I just...
Tony Sosa says, just came on. Is Ray talking about Doom and cheat drama?
Yeah. I'm talking about the Ring Zero BS. It's just, to me, that's a little excessive, as far as I'm concerned. I think I babbled on a little too much about it, unless anybody else has got any more questions. Let's see here. Manaduke, that should be considered legal. It is not illegal. A major breach in privacy. Okay, it is not illegal if you say, it's only illegal if you say no and they still install. If you say yes and install it, you're authorizing them to install it as they have it configured. Now, if you get hacked because of their software, and you would have to prove it, but then again, enough people in a class action lawsuit can prove it, that can be that way. You can sue that way. But if you click yes when you're installing it, you are giving them permission, then that's not illegal because you've given them permission. The only thing I'm doing is giving you guys know-how. Like I said, if those of you guys that aren't concerned with it, go ahead and install it and enjoy your game or play it on console. I highly advise, suggest that. If it doesn't bother you, or you're one of those people like me that has no problem reinstalling Windows, have at it. Me personally, it's not something I can agree to. I do believe Ring Zero is excessive for an anti-cheat for a video game. I'm sorry. And I understand they're a big business. They're trying to protect their product. I totally get that. But there's still limits. And there's only so far you can go before you're excessive. And I really do believe they crossed that line.
Alexia says, my cousin is a computer wizard.
Hi, Alexia. How you guys doing? Glad to see you guys.
His head is big enough. Can you not do that?
I'll bring it down. I'll keep drinking. You guys, we're drinking. Perfect night to be using the Stormtrooper glasses.
Yes.
Like I said, this whiskey isn't bad. If anybody knows how, and this is where I'm not too knowledgeable, and I've actually got to know a few people, I want to find out, can you age bourbon whiskey? Can you age it further? Because I really think this stuff it's too young. It's too immature.
It's too
much like me.
Yep. It
needs to be aged. I think this stuff would be absolutely amazing with a little bit more age to it. Well, like I said, it is, and that's why they're getting a lot of blowback from it. But that update just came out this week, so it's still fairly new. That's why I wanted to talk about it, let you guys know. Now, they may change their mind. There may be enough blowback, and that's the reason why we discuss this, the reason why we talk about this. We let everybody know about it. If they get blowback, they may have to go back to the company and say, hey, you've got to change this. You can't have, you got to change it not to be Ring Zero. I really hope it's it. What's that?
Tony says, Doom anti-cheat is like drinking top-notch scotch and finding a toenail at the bottom of the glass.
Yep, exactly. That's a good one. I like that one. Or top-notch scotch. No. A good aged whiskey. Irish whiskey. Oh, that's just sat around doing nothing for about 20 years. Happiness.
Happiness. Crazy Iris got the sick face on there.
Yep. So give it a little time. Maybe they'll change their mind. They'll do an update to it. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make their competition as legit as possible and getting because I understand hacking has been around for years. The exploits have been around for years, and I'm sorry, they're always going to be there. That's just the nature of the beast. But there are limits to what a company can do to go through it. Like I said, if these are, I can completely agree. And here's where I'm gonna say, I will agree to them making something that is Ring Zero, and that is if it's a requirement and can be installed and then uninstalled afterwards. I will agree that something like this is a requirement for competition. And you have the ability to uninstall after the competition is done. So during the competition, you have to have this ring 0. Then afterwards, you can uninstall it, and it completely uninstalls itself. I will kind of give that. Because to me, that's as long as you have the option to remove it.
Okay. All right.
I can see that, because anytime you're in a competition, especially for a winning prize, a cash money, stuff like that, there's always an expectation if you've got to go a little bit further than the average player. I can see that. And I'm trying to play a little devil's advocate. I'm trying to. When it comes to competitions, you have to take that little extra step. I completely agree with that. But when it comes down to the general user, no, ring level on that many computers, I'm sorry. That's excessive.
Yeah. Okay. Amanda says, I need those glasses. We need to drink the happy juice again together.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
All right, here. We're gonna get out of here, but we need to end this on a happy note. So here we are, a little bit more. For those of you guys that missed it, we're gonna do a little bit more Google and Gagaing. A little bit more.
Oh, he's crying.
Yes. So there you guys go. Little happy note at the end of the night. Little bit more of the child, Baby Yoda happiness. Like I said, I present to you guys, and I would like, Father of the Year award. Because if not, she'll rip it apart and leave the trash on the floor for me to clean up, which is I kind of expect because it's my daughter.
You should have ordered 2 of them.
I should have, but actually I couldn't. You can only order 1 at a time.
Okay.
And it was December of last year, and so I ordered it because my son doesn't care about Star Wars. I ordered his other stuff, but this was I pre-ordered this for my daughter's birthday. Her birthday's already, has already passed, but I knew this would come in. As soon as this weekend, she gets to rip this bad boy open, or not, however she wants to do it, her toy. So. All right. So, I think it's time to get out of here. We kind of babbled on a little bit. Let's see here. Retro says, Ray, I'll get with you and drop off your goodies. Oh, that scares me a little. I mean, it's good, but it still scares me out a little bit. Yeah, so you guys don't forget, Thursday nights, you can hit me up for the link. I'll try to post it in the Nerd Cave Dwellers Facebook group page. The Discord link, those usually only last about a day. But you can hop in the Discord at any time or message me, and I'll send you a link to the Discord. Thursday nights is my gaming on Twitch night. We'll decide. We may do. I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out. Me and Crazy Iris has been doing it lately, and we've been kind of bouncing between Borderlands 3, Quake 2, Q-Pong on my dedicated server, and now Fallout 76. So, but sometimes we'll get an itch and play something else. So, like I said, once everybody hops on, we'll figure it out. But Thursday nights, and we've been doing Sunday nights. We've been doing it too. So Thursday nights and Sunday nights have been the Twitch gaming night. So if you guys want to come hang out, you can join us and play, or you can come hang out with us and talk about how bad I'm playing. Which I'm pretty good at playing badly. I really am. Just kind of like my speech. I stumble over a lot of things. So anyway, I think we need to get out of here. So, love you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Chat's been absolutely going crazy, and I love it.
Yeah, it's been great.
You guys have been awesome with the responses, and we hoped to see you guys next week, 7 p.m. Pacific. Or you can catch it on the podcast. Those of you guys listening on the podcast, we do live stream on YouTube and then upload it to Podbean, or you can find us on Apple Podcasts and on the Google Play Store, I believe, or the Google Podcasts, or however that is, Spotify as well. So if you guys anywhere want to listen to us on your mobile devices or on your pod devices, you can do that too. You can hear me babbling like an idiot, like I'm doing right now. So you guys have a great evening. Love you. See you next week.
And also, please remember, if you haven't already, like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, click the
somewhere
like,
down
click that
there.
little thumbs up button for us.
And yeah, give us a like and share us with your friends. You might know somebody that wants to hear the ramblings of a couple of grizzled out stagehands. You never know. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. All of your interaction is always wonderful. We appreciate you guys. We will see you
Good night.
next week.